How to identify a narcissist. Narcissism is a type of self-esteem that is excessively self-centered. A narcissist is incapable of feeling empathy for others and relies on overconfidence to hide their low self-esteem. Narcissism can sometimes, but not always, be the result of a diagnosable condition called narcissistic personality disorder. When you interact with someone who has narcissism, there are a few things you can look for. You can tell if someone has narcissism by paying attention to how they speak and interact with others. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing for more content like this. And comment down below I subscribed. Now let's begin. 1. Watch for a change in behavior. The majority of relationships with a narcissist will start out well. They'll come across as friendly and confident at first, and they'll try to find ways to connect with you. At first, they are genuinely interested in what you have to say, at least at first, because being friends with you makes them look good. Their pleasant demeanor may vanish when they do something that might show weakness. Rather than turn to you for support, they will retreat further, focusing on the special circumstances. These differences suggest that you aren't the same as them. They will discover something about you that contradicts their expectations for you and your relationship. These distinctions imply that you aren't the same as them, and thus that you aren't as good as they are. 2. Examine the people around them. Narcissism involves certain emptiness, a concern that the person doesn't live up to their own expectations. To compensate, a person with narcissism needs to be surrounded by admirers who tell them that they are smart, attractive, or whatever else they need to hear. 3. Check out their social media profile. Because people with narcissism are focused on status, they use social media as a way to reinforce their position. A person with narcissism on social media will have lots of friends and a large network. They may even comment on their large network as a way to reinforce how important they are. 4. Look for short-term relationships in their past. People with narcissism tend to have short relationships. They look for partners who reinforce their sense of self-worth, which can be unsatisfactory to the other person. This leads to a lot of short-term relationships, and infidelity is a common result. You can find similar backgrounds in business leaders with narcissism. They stay at companies for a short time, end up wrecking or damaging the business, then quickly move on to the next one. 5. Look at their appearance. People with narcissism place a high value on having a good outward appearance. They spend a lot of time working on their appearance, such as by styling their hair and choosing expensive clothing. Narcissists are also more likely to wear makeup and show off their cleavage. 6. Listen for self-references. A person with narcissism will always find a story or anecdote that places them at the center of the discussion. People will naturally try to relate conversations to their personal experiences. Narcissists will interject their experiences or perspectives, even if they have nothing to do with what you are talking about. 7. Notice a grandiose sense of self-importance. A person with narcissism keeps the focus on themselves and their accomplishments. They expect to be recognized as important, influential, or superior. Someone or something else will always be at fault for something that they did not do well at, even if it was their own fault. 8. Listen for fantasies of success. A person with narcissism will talk about unlimited success, power, beauty, or any other signal of greatness. These fantasies will be the obvious end result of the individual's personal greatness, even if they have not done anything to deserve that. In many cases, these fantasies are unattainable, causing them to lash out at people who suggest they aren't possible. 9. Listen for authoritative statements. When a narcissist makes an assertion, it is not meant to start an argument, but to end conversation. Beginning a statement with "I think" or "my opinion" suggests that what they are saying may not be completely correct, or is open to critique. 10. Listen for name dropping. A person with narcissism will want to show how successful or powerful they are. They will make references to other famous or important people as proof. Listen for referrals to notable people, especially if they are using them as a way to show their smarts or power. 11. See if they can find empathy for others. Narcissists like to show their superiority by treating those they see as weak or inferior with disdain. Some people with narcissism will even find pleasure in other people's discomfort. This isn't because they take pleasure in misfortune, but rather because it reinforces their own sense of superiority. A person with narcissism will find a way to hint, or outright say, how he doesn't have those problems because of something he does better, and these troubles don't affect them. 12. Watch for an inability to hear criticism. Nobody likes receiving criticism, of course, but people with narcissism cannot stand it. People with narcissism are hypersensitive to suggestion that they aren't as great as they want you to believe. They lash out at you or become severely depressed in response to criticism. Narcissists tend towards conspiracy theories, ideas that someone else has it out for me. 13. Pay attention if someone lashes out when challenged. A person who lashes out at you if you challenge them may have narcissistic tendencies. Their goal will be to shame, guilt, or intimidate you into silence. Avoid challenging a person with narcissism. The result might be confrontational or even violent in the person they lash out against. I hope you learned something new today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.